Design is crucial whatever you do, whether you're in business, whether you're in the civil service, whether you're in education, design is at the heart of it.
As designers, we naturally think about people, we naturally think about place, we naturally think about environment, we naturally think about value as opposed to cost, because we look at the bigger picture.
Most people don't realise that design contributes almost £100 billion to the UK economy. It employs almost 2 million people. And of course, it needs to be spread throughout the country.
In terms of the levelling up agenda, design is a real tool that we can leverage. We know that there are clusters of strength across the UK. We know that in those clusters, there are higher salaries, there is greater growth. So if we can harness that design energy and those skills, we can really focus them into the areas that need support.
One of the reasons why I think it's important to have this kind of distributed approach is because the organisations that you interact with when you're working in some of these spaces outside of this kind of mega city that is London, you really do see people and practitioners and practices who are kind of dealing with the problems that they face on a day-to-day in really imaginative and innovative ways.
One alarming stat from our most recent research is that 77% of designers identify as male. That is clearly not representing society, and indeed the society that design seeks to shape.
I think we all have to take responsibility for the diversity of our industry, not just in terms of gender, but ethnicity. And it makes a massive difference to the way in which we design. I believe that everybody is responsible in some way of designing, their lives, our environment.
The report shows that design as a field is broad, and that's one of the things that's most amazing about it. So I wouldn't use this as an opportunity to worry about being able to kind of capture it and name it and hold it where it is, but actually use this as an opportunity to facilitate that process by investing in some of the smaller and more kind of grassroots innovators and organisations that are on the ground doing that work, don't necessarily get the kind of headlines, don't necessarily bring in the value of the figures that we see, but actually are driving that innovation forward.
Almost 2/3 of individuals in the design industry are graduates, so they tend to be highly skilled. On the other hand, there has been a huge drop in the last decade of children studying design at school.
We absolutely need to invest in our next generation. We have to understand that creativity is so important in our education system.
We really hope as many people as possible engage with our design economy research. There are some big messages in there about the importance of design, about the potential we have if we leverage it more, and critically, in terms of the climate crisis, how important it is going to be to help us achieve net zero.